Good morning, everyone. I'm Wilfee, your third reporter. Lesson 13, Death Penalty. So the objectives of my report is first, understanding death penalty. Second, the history of death penalty. Third, the death penalty in the Philippines. And the last one is the 5 purpose of death penalty. So what is death penalty? The death penalty is also called capital punishment. This is an execution of an offender sentenced to death after conviction by a court of law of a criminal offense. But many years ago, many innocent people die in execution because in that time, if you are poor, you will not get a proper justice. The difference between death penalty and capital punishment. The death penalty applies to a prisoner who has been sentenced to die but has not yet been executed, while the capital punishment refers to his actual execution. The term death penalty is sometimes used interchangeable with capital punishment, though imposition of the penalty is not always followed by execution, even when it is upheld and appeal, because of the possibility of commutation to life imprisonment. There are 5 methods of execution. First, the hanging execution. Second, electrocution execution. Third, gas chamber execution. Fourth, firing squad execution. The last one is lethal injection execution. In these 5 methods of execution, the lethal injection is commonly used or is the most widely used method of execution. But states still authorize other methods of execution, the hanging, electrocution, gas chamber, and firing squad execution. The history of death penalty or capital punishment. This is already used in the 17th century before Common Era. Death was formerly the penalty for a large number of offenses in England during the 17th and 18th century. From ancient times until well into the 19th century, many societies administered exceptionally cruel forms of capital punishment. The death penalty of the Philippines. The Philippines was the first Asian country to abolish the death penalty under the 1987 Constitution, but it was reimposed during the administration of President Fidel Ramos to address the rising crime rate in 1993, only to be abolished again in 2006 after the President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo signed a law reducing maximum punishment to life imprisonment. However, in May 2016, the new President Rodrigo Roa Duterte has been given public support to the reintroduction of the death penalty, and until now, it is still not approved. The 5 purposes of death penalty or capital punishment. The first one is some crimes are so serious that only the death penalty will suffice. Second, the death penalty acts as a deterrent. The third one is the death penalty saves taxpayers' money. The fourth one, with the best will in the world, some crimes are beyond rehabilitation. And the last one is the death penalty satisfies the natural human desires for vengeance. Thank you for listening, and that's the end of my report. Once again, this is Wilfee, your third reporter.